today to the ERL live stream of Formula 1 today. Today we're going to look at our second tier, the Wolfgang, and it is our final race here in Saudi Arabia. It's gonna be a fun one. We're still waiting for us to start now. Then we're heading to a qualifying session and then a 50% race on the street circuit here in Saudi Arabia. At the top of the championship, it's pretty tight at the moment. Let's check out the standings for now. When it comes to the drivers, we have Neil in first place with 271 points. Today will be a double points race, so all to grab for the winner today. It gets 60 points. 60 points. That is a lot because our points rules are a little bit different than any other league. There they are. For first place we have 30 points, the second place 26, and so on, so on. So we have a lot more points up for grabs, and today, because it's a double points race, there is even more. So, also the Constructors' Championship, it's pretty tight at the moment. Alpine in front, they're probably guaranteed to get the win here. But below that, still all to grab for second place here. Still Sauber is even in the race there. If the Racing Bulls, of course, don't score any points, which is very unlikely, but you never know. So, now we're gonna see how far we are in qualifying. There we are. The qualifying session has started. About 80 minutes long today. 70 minutes still to go. And the first people are going out. Neil is the first one out. First in the championship and already eager to start today. We have a few people today that are seen as the top favorites for qualifying. Mansell Bob is one of them. Stewart, Neil of course as our championship leader. And Formula White as well. And JM as well. JM 1999, first time he's driving without TC, so you never know what's gonna happen. Something very interesting might happen here. Well, the rest, let's enable our everybody, of course, probably qualifying on a soft here, even though it's Q1, a lot can happen. Maybe we see some medium runs here and there to get to know the circuit, but we'll see. A lot of people out on track right now, very busy. So here our first driver is going to line. Neil opens the DRS here on the main straight. Then a very tight first and second corner. Let's drive on board with him today. And then here, full throttle all the way down. Perez going into the wall here, IRL 2 years ago. Then here to the left, makes a small mistake. Very fast, tight section here. Need to be careful here to not hit the wall. Then here you can double right-hander, very easy to get track limits right here. Have to be left of the curb over there, otherwise immediately get track limits. Then here hard braking zone into this long left-hander that goes and goes and goes. Where your tires start to fade, very hard to keep your traction here. Stays very inside here. Then here to the right, also very close to the wall there on the right. Stay off the curve there on the left, otherwise you lose traction. Then a small straight. And then a very fast left-right combo over here. Hard braking, left and right, going a bit wide over there, no problem. And then another last small straight until we go to the final corner of this track. Heartbreaking again. Some DRS tricks allowed here, but if you crash into the person in front of you, the person in front, it will be treated as a brake check. So be very careful for that today. Now we have our first lap setter gets it pole immediately. JH7 Racing also getting a lap time in. The 29s now. Going well, expecting some 28s of course. With Neil making some small mistakes here. 27s are probably a bit out of reach there for the more higher tier. Probably, we will see of course today. Maybe we get a shocker and someone sets a great lap time. You never know. Yeah, let's see who else is on track setting a lap. Lange here. Not going full throttle though. He invalidated today. Next time we'll probably get a better lap in. LLC though, in a Red Bull. Very fast. Oh, Mesa Bob sets a new fastest lap time. Only 1,000 quicker than Neil. Very close at the top right now. All in the 29.1s. Don't know how we managed to do that, but it worked I guess. Oh, and our first 1:28.5 even. 6/10 squares faster than our second place man, Mr. Stewart. A very good lap time here. He's also one of the favorites to get pole today. So, his first lap is pretty good. He must be happy with that. Now we still have 3 people in the pits. Cavolis, Miai, DMC, JM999. Some of them might have some quali bands, I'm not completely sure. Depends on what they got up to last race, of course. And most people now, Mr. Mufasa going for another lap time. Oh, not even. Just getting to know the circuit a little bit more with his teammate in the kick sour in front. Probably looking at also the medium times a bit. Seeing how the conditions are out there for the race of course. Probably gonna be a medium hard or hard medium strategy today. Seems to be the fastest. Maybe hard at first to conserve the tires a little bit, get a good last stint on the mediums then. But if you're feeling a bit more risky and want to grab a really good start, grab the mediums. Depends a bit on where you want to go with your race. Most of the drivers now set a lap time, so going in for Q1, at least for the first run. Saudi Arabia definitely being a very tight track. A little mistake can be punished really quickly here. It's all very fast, so overtaking will definitely be hard over here. At least if you want to do it cleanly. Because the DRS comes in effect a lot over here. So DRS trains will probably form. And also DRS passes are very likely on this track. Need to watch out in turn 1 though. It's very tight. We've already seen in the real life F1 that a lot of people go off there. Now Mr. Cavol is going out for the first time. Seeing if he can get his first qualifying lap down. First getting an out lap of course. Very important to heat the tires a little bit. Otherwise the grip levels are very low. On this game the cars are a lot more stable than the last one though. So that is a very good improvement. More people going out now it seems. We have a Williams now coming out. And the other McLaren of Metal Mike is also going out. Also have JM finally for a second try. First time he didn't set the lap, he did go out. But now has to try again to get himself on the board to not be eliminated here in Q1. Of course that's not something you want to happen, you want to start further up the grid. A lot can happen here though in Saudi Arabia. Very easy to make a mistake, so safety cars probably very likely. Some people will probably lose their front wing here on the wall a lot. So we'll definitely watch out for that today. Formula White here in the Haas at the back of the pack coming out now. Oh, and FCT Enschede is also coming out now. Well, now we're going to look at Cavolis, his first lap. Seeing if he can beat Mr. Stewart from the top spot for now. Doesn't really matter here that much. Because he's probably got another run in him. There leaves a little bit more space on the exit curb there as well. Not going over track limits. Very nice. Then braking into the first hairpin. And we have a yellow flag in front because someone is just getting out of the way. Not that big of a problem. Cavall is first of the pack here of the second round of outlaps. That is going to come over the line. And that's the end of sector 2. Now only the final sector remains. Long straight now until the final corner, which is very tricky to get right. Very late apex. Need to get a really good exit here for the straight, for the DRS straight. And that's a nice exit. No snap of oversteer. And where is he going to go for now? Let's see. P2 on a 28.6, only a tenth behind Stewart. So very close there. Not marked as one of the favorites for quali, but very close now to the pole time. So things can always happen. Definitely a quick driver here. And here we have the second round. Manstop up coming over the line as well. And he goes for pole. A 128.3. 2 tenths quicker than Mr. Stewart. We have a new pole sitter for now. And behind there we have some more improvements. Going well. We have a McLaren parked on the side of the road over there. Don't know what happened there. Oh, he's moving again. Probably just getting out of the way of some other people on fastest laps. Now Mr. Stewart also going out. And he knows he has to defend his pole position. Mr. Formula White also going up to P2. A 128.394. Very close to Master Bob. And now Mr. Stewart going to see if he can get a quicker lap time in over here. Mr. Couch unfortunately went a little bit too wide somewhere, cut the track. This lap is not going to count for him, unfortunately. But we also have Mr. Cavolis going over straight again. No, he's just pitting. But here comes Mr. FCT going over the line. And still P10. Yeah, battery also completely drained, so another lap probably isn't in there. AFK Mufasa now moving up to P3, a 128.4. Almost exactly a tenth behind Mr. Formula White. Very close there still. We're getting closer and closer to the 127s. Gotta be surprised if we hit it. We might today though. You never know what happens. Now most of the people going back into the pits for now. Getting some fresh rubber on there. Except for Mr. Iron Kid here. Going over the line. Is in P12 at the moment. Seeing if he can get a quicker lap time now. A little bit different timing than the rest. Maybe a little bit more heating on the track right now. But still the track not at its best for today. Probably gonna be one more run from the top runners at least. To see if they can go a little bit faster. And here Mr. Iron Kid goes very wide. I'm surprised he hasn't invalidated yet, and now he has. Unfortunate for him. A little mistake there can put the car completely off balance. Very close there. Need to really watch out how much throttle you put in. You can lose the car really easily and go a little bit wide. Probably a lot of 3-second time penalties gonna happen here today. Track limits are very tight. There isn't a lot of places where you can go over track limits because of the walls, of course. But the places where you can, it is quite easy. So definitely need to be alert for that. Also, tire deck still a roll here today, probably. Isn't the worst, isn't as bad as, for example, Silverstone that we saw 2 weeks ago. Tire deck there is abysmal. It's not fun. You really have to watch your tires the whole time. But here, you have a little bit more wiggle room with your tires. They can get pretty hot, definitely because of the long, windy track. It's a lot of heat and a lot of energy you put into the tires here, so you definitely have to watch them a little bit. Keeping the temp down also helps a little bit with your grip. Isn't as important as watching the tag, but definitely important. That's probably why we're not going to see any softs here either today. Maybe some people on different strategies that have lost a wing in the first lap or something that might try something on a soft somewhere. But don't expect to see them a lot. Mr. ERL-Saudi maybe trying to get a little bit of slipstream here from the Williams in front. Doesn't get it. But he starts lap. Goes wide there though, outbrakes himself a little bit I think. Hits the wall there even a little. I hope he didn't damage his front wing. Doesn't look that way. I think he's alright. And he's on his way again. Then here the other Red Bull. Currently at a 130.7. Doing his best to get a little bit better of a lap time. But he has invalidated this lap. Here we see the Williams of Brian, also invalidated unfortunately this lap. But now we see more of the front runners coming out for their outlaps. We have Mufasa out, Stewart out on an outlap. Then we have Neil, JM, FCT, Metal Mike and Iron Kid all going for their outlaps. Seeing if they can get their best time today here in qualifying. All trying to... Now everybody's going out. Everybody's on their outlap. Some waiting a little bit longer than the rest. Maybe waiting for a little bit more of an optimal track. Or a little bit of breathing space so you're not that close to each other. Because the dirty air here is also a very big obstacle. Definitely when you're close to someone you can lose the race even more quickly. You lose a lot of downforce on the front wing. So you don't turn in as sharply as normally. The turbulent air just makes it a little bit more difficult to follow around here. The slipstream though, in combination with the ERS and DRS deployment, is very strong though. So on the straights it's your advantage, but in the corners it's definitely a disadvantage. Let's see who's at the beginning of this pack right now. I think it's Mr. Neil. Mr. Neil trying to go instead of fast lap time here. Has done his outlap already. Now pushing that final lap, seeing if he can beat that 128.3 for Mr. Bob. Let's see what he can do there. Coming up to the DRS, activates it immediately. Going up to 330 kilometers an hour almost, and braking. Oh, and he goes a little bit wide there. Going over the curb. Not seeing the invalidation though, so he got away with that one. Very lucky, probably lost some time there as well. So the game was like, we'll give you this one. Here, rounding the final corner. Battery almost depleted, taking the last little bit out of there. Now DRS open, what can he do? Up into 5th place, a 128.5. Very impressive there. Still top 5, very nice. But now the rest comes, of course. Let's see. Mr. Stewart coming over the line. And he goes to pole, a 1:28.0. Wow, what a lap. Very well done from Mr. Stewart. Very solid there. It goes up by 5/10 almost on his previous best. Well done to him. And now we're getting some of the McLarens over the line. Mr. Metal Mike, there he comes. Still 83% battery. Oh, he's coming in now. And we also have Mr. Formula White here coming up. The other half of Mr. FCT. And still no challenger for the ball. Mr. Bob went into the pits. Probably wasn't happy with this time. And Mr. Formula White goes up to first place. A 1:27.9. Just dipped into the 1:27s. Very nicely done with him. And we only have a few people left on laps. Mr. Langen, it seems, is the last one here. Let's see if we can find him on track. And he went to the pits. Well, this concludes your qualifying session here. Mr. Formula White sets the fastest time, a 27.9 here. Then Mr. Stewart, a 1:28.0. Then Cavolis, a 1:28.2. Then Mr. Bob, a 1:28.3. Wasn't able to set a last fast time. Probably made a mistake somewhere there. It was JM, a 1:28.4. Then Mr. Mufasa, a 1:28.4 again. Only 6/10 there. And there we go. The final results of qualifying. So, Mr. Mufasa, then we have Niels fighting for the title here. In 7th place. Needs to go a little bit more to the front here. Needs to score points though, that's the most important. Although, the more the merrier. Then Mr. GH7 Racing, Mr. Couch, Mr. Iron Kid, then Mr. Enschede, Mr. Metal Mike, Mr. Lange and LLC here on 14th place. Then Mr. Curly in 15th, Brian in 16th, and then as our final contestant, Mr. Mihai in P17. So let's see what the race brings today. We will one more time look at the points for the drivers. Let's see. Mr. Neil here in front, 271 points. Battling Mr. Stewart, also very much up there in qualifying. So we'll have to see. Same with Mr. White, also very close. And Mr. Bob is also very close there. So we will hope that they come close here today. Now we're gonna have to wait a little bit for the race to start. Waiting on some people to get ready, to pick their strategies, to pick their setups, of course, make their final changes here. And we will also look at the constructors' points for a little bit. Mr. Alpine all the way at the top there, doing very well this season. Probably not gonna happen anything to that. The Racing Bulls are still fighting Haas very closely. All of the drivers there are very much up there in qualifying. We'll see who goes up. I see in the chat that someone is asking who's doing comms. Hello, it's me, Quintonius. I also sometimes race in Tier 1. Next season I will be driving again full time, but now I was a little bit busy, so I was reserving a little bit. But comms today is the most important thing, of course. I will show the point rules as well one more time. Let's see what we have here. First place gets 30, and today, not to forget, double points. So the race winner will get 60 points today, which is an insane amount. That can definitely shake up the championship a lot right now. And let's go back to the race, see how far everybody is. Yeah, still waiting here. Everybody waiting to load into the game, then pick all their setups and stuff. So that's not a problem. I'll also check a little bit if the stream is actually working, because I haven't done that yet. Oops. problem. I'll also check a little bit if the stream is actually. Well, that sounds good. Always weird to hear your own voice, but you know, shit happens. So while we wait here, Saudi Arabia definitely a new track on the calendar, or a relatively new track. Been here now for since 2020, I think, or 2021 on the F1 calendar. Definitely a very demanding track. And seeing as the walls are very close, we'll probably see some damage today. Hopefully not a lot. Hopefully we can get a lot of clean racing between the drivers and also between the wall, of course, because it gets very close and on certain parts. Needing to watch out that the front wheels don't fly off or anything. That wouldn't be great for your car. And there we go for the formation lap. Everybody's ready. Everybody has their setups, has all their stuff. Let's see what kind of tires everybody's on. Most of them starting on the mediums, actually. Only Mr. Couch starting on the hards, going a little bit different, a little bit less aggressive at the beginning, maybe hoping for a better stint 2 here. Then lighter car, then you have a little bit softer compound tires, so you have a lot more grip, you're probably a bit more fast. And on the 4th stint you can also take it a little bit easier on the hards, because they are a little bit of a harder tire, but the car is a lot heavier, so the tire deck will be a bit harder in the first stint. So most people starting on mediums here, so the starts will almost be equal. Only Mr. Klaus needs to watch out behind him a little bit, see if he's not being overtaken on the start there. Hopefully the penalties section won't be used a lot today, we'll never know. So, Mr. Formula White starting on pole here. You're always nervous where you're in a position. Starting in the front, you don't want to give that away. Still a long ways to go, of course. 25 laps around here. A lot can happen in that time. Definitely here with all the DRS zones and walls and stuff. But it's definitely one of the more fun tracks in my opinion here. As the strategy here also says, a medium hard is probably the fastest here. Medium hard hard, I don't think that will happen. A bit too much pitting, you won't gain that 20 seconds back in those 25 laps, so that probably won't happen. So we will see here what happens in our final round of the ERL Tier 2 season. We of course will be back again with the new season, but first let's see what is going to happen here. We're waiting for everybody to line up on the grid before our 5 red lights are going to turn on. Seem to be having some disqualifications here, probably just because of mistakes being made on a formation lap. Probably not consequential to the race. At least I hope so. Otherwise we're gonna have to do a little restart here. Let's hope it doesn't happen. And now we are waiting here for the 5 red lights to go on. Number 4, number 5, and we go racing here at the Saudi Arabian GP here in Jeddah. And a very good start from Mr. White around the outside. Does it very beautifully. And probably a lot of stuff happening here. And they get away safely here. No Not a lot of contact here. Mr. New going a little bit wide, losing some positions. Metal Mike down there battling as well. The rest all formed up in the train very nicely. Not a lot of incidents, only here at the back. Ooh, going very wide. Need to watch out. No crashes. Hopefully. And very close racing here. And we go into the first hairpin. And it all goes well. A little bit all over the track here by the Red Bull and also Brian. A very close start though, but very clean. That is the most important. Still we have Mr. White leading with Mr. Stewart in a very close pursuit. Let's see what happens here. Coming closer and closer and closer. And here not an overtaking opportunity here for now. Also lap 1 out of 25, so you need to see how much risk do I want to take right now. Already making a gap here of 1 second to Mr. Cavolis. Very nice for the top 2, trying to get away from the rest. We also have some people lacking behind a little bit here. Mr. Brian and Lange seem to be going a little bit slower than the rest of the pack. Okay, a little gap of around 2 seconds now. Need to try to work together a little bit maybe. And we also have some action here. Mr. JH7 overtaking Mr. Mufasa, who is now under threat of Mr. New. Trying to go for that title, of course. Has lost a place at the start. Needs to get that back as soon as possible so he can be champion here today. We, of course, won't know the results to this Grand Prix till about the day after this. Need to go through the penalties. Need to go through all the other proceedings that need to happen. Ooh, and we also have a yellow flag here. A little bit of contact happened there, and Mr. Metal Mike has spun. You're going into the wall, it seemed. I can't see any damage for now. Oh, his front wing is in bits. Has to go to the pits. This is not going to be fun for his race pace. Almost going off here again. Very unfortunate here for Mr. Mike. Had an alright start, but here lost it a little bit, probably in battling. Let's hope he gets to the pit safely. Luckily no safety car, so no neutralization of the race, of the action today. As of yet, of course, a lot can still happen. Mr. Cavolo is also caught up to the top 2 right now. And we have an overtake for the lead. Mr. Stewart going past here on the straight. First real overtake for the lead here. Still very close now. Mr. White under threat of Mr. Cavolis. But not seeing a gap here. Also almost impossible here. Just follow here. Maybe save some ERS. So we can attack again on the next straight. Let's see down the field who is battling a little bit. Mr. Master Bob is also very close to Mr. Cavolis. Having a little look there. Maybe just letting him see him in the mirror a little bit. Get a bit anxious. Playing some mind games there. Very good of him. Damn, Mr. JM is also still in this fight. Yeah, the DRS train now really starting to form. Everybody close together. Everybody having DRS, so no real overtaking opportunities. Unless somebody makes a mistake, of course. Now, still. The first 3-second time penalty is already here. Probably track limits here for Mr. Brian. Unfortunate for him. Let's hope we can keep it on the track now. And we also have Mr. Metal Mike rejoining the race, having a fresh front wing. And here we have some moves around the outside. Trying to defend here from Mr. Bob. And Mr. Bob trying to get the slipstream from the guys in front. And it seems like he's making it stick. Now he needs to watch out here in the first corner that he can brake on time. And he does. Very nicely done here. So also losing some brake pressure you can put on the fronts definitely. In the braking zones, if you have people in front of you, just needs to watch out a lot while braking behind someone to not lock up your rear, your tires in general. Ooh, and Mr. Bob going a little bit wide, probably a track limit violation there. Now Mr. Cavolis is right back up, also going a little bit wide. Really need to watch out with those moments, because it's gonna cost you at the end of the race. Now a little gap starting to form here from Mr. New and Iron Kid. Top 7 still very close together. And we also have some action back here. Two people side by side. Mr. Mihai coming all the way from the back, already making up 5 places. Well done to him. Let's see how far he can get today in today's race. Let's see how many people. Let's see. Yeah, Mr. Mihai here being the big winner. Mr. Mike, of course, losing out a little bit due to that crash. Unfortunate for him. But otherwise, pretty steady here on the field. A few small changes, but so far so good. Clean racing so far. That's what we like to see. Mr. Mufasa now just outside of DRS range. Needs to try to get back in there to stay competitive. Now with some fighting going on from the guys in front, he should be able to. Still need to watch out you don't overcook your tires there. Definitely the first stint is pretty hard. At the end of the stint you definitely lose some grip. Need to watch the rears then. Slow on throttle. And here Mr. Stewart coming really close here, playing a little DRS game. Going off throttle a little bit to make sure he doesn't drive into the back of his rival here, Mr. White. There is now also we have Mr. Brian pitting, a very early pit stop, probably also has some damage somewhere. Let's hope they can get that fixed quickly there in the pits. Here for the podium, a very close fight, very fun here, a lot of action happening. Now everybody's trying to settle down a little bit, get into their rhythm and try to work through that first pit stop. After that first pit stop the doors are open, everybody can battle how much they want. Now a little bit cautious so they can get to the end of the race, of course. And we also have another yellow flag here, and we have some people in the wall, it seems. Ooh, we have a Mr. Couch. Look out, what's happening there. A lot of chaos here. Ferrari going slowly. Mr. Lange having gone and lost his front wing, unfortunately. Has to pit here probably. Probably an unfortunate incident there between the Ferrari and the Red Bull. And probably tangling up a little bit of the rest of the field as well. Now the group here are behind Iron Kid, falling further back from the top guys. Still having great battles here though. Mr. Couch very close. Oh, and he goes into the wall. He spins. Oh no. Oh, his car seems to be okay. Front wing is probably gone over here. Very unfortunate for him. Yes, and his front wing is completely gone. You're not going to be able to drive anything fast here without a front wing. So getting that car back to the pits is a top priority here. Not trying to damage the car further by this. Now we have Mr. Enschede with DRS behind Mihai, who has had a good race so far, getting into the top 10 now, where the real points are. And still here that top 4 all within a second of each other. Very close, Mr. Bob having a little look here on Mr. Stewart, not going for it though. Now here at the back, Mr. Couch has went to the pits, getting his front wing changed here. After that unfortunate incident going to the wall. Losing the tire grip there. Mr. Jam also coming in. Ooh, also almost losing it here on the pit exit. Don't know what's happening here. And he seems to have DNF'd here on track. Doesn't seem like the smartest move, but let's hope it doesn't create a safety car at least. That would be very unfortunate here for the top drivers who've been having a steady race so far. Driving very fast. So Mr. White trying to get that 1 second gap to Mr. Stewart behind. Almost had it there. Mr. Stewart got a little bit closer right now. And still very close over here. Going into the final turn. Having to look out and see what happens around you. Mr. Stewart now on the threat of Mr. Bob. Still having a look, not quite there yet. Probably using some battery here as well. Don't want to take too many risks this early into the race. Don't want Mr. White, of course, to get away. But if Stewart is still in that 1 second gap, why would you risk going for that move? In this stage of the race at least. Still a long way to go, about 5 laps probably to the first official pit stops, maybe 4. And as we get another time penalty for the track limits here for Mr. LLC. Unfortunate for him. Still doesn't affect him much at this point in the race, won't drop back. Still a lot can happen, of course. You never know till it's over. Let's see what's going on behind here. Mr. JH7 very close to Mr. Mufasa over here. Draining the battery a lot here. Won't have a lot for the rest of the lap. Get some back. ERS management here on the Jeddah Corniche circuit is very, very important. That's probably the thing that keeps you alive the most from the guy behind you. But it's hard to manage correctly. Ooh, and making a little mistake there. Mr. GH7 being caught off guard by that little mistake from Mr. Mufasa. Wasn't expecting such a slow exit, and now he's having a look on the inside. Going for the space, and he makes the move stick. Could just drive back by there. Now Mr. Mufasa getting in behind. He's gonna heat up his tires, but can conserve some of his battery right now. Harvesting here a lot through this section. Then we already have Mr. Bob going to the pits. A very early stop from him. Going on to the hards on lap 9. Very early, I would say. That's not the strategy I had in mind, but maybe it will get him somewhere very close to the top in the end. Maybe actually going for the 2 stops. Doesn't seem very likely to me, but we will see how the strategy unfolds throughout the rest of the race. Now Mr. Stewart has a little bit less pressure from behind. Can focus a bit more on what's in front of him and not what behind him. Trying to drive his own race now, not defending the whole time from Mr. Bob. Let's see how far he can get. Getting closer and closer now to Mr. White, who probably has been able to save his battery a little bit. Yes, he has 60% to the 70 something. Not that big of a difference, but every little bit helps. And his tires are probably a bit fresher here as well. Not being in the dirty air. We also have our first back marker coming up. Mr. Brian. Need to see how that will unfold. Probably will get the blue flags pretty quickly, as we already see the first overtakes from Mr. Bob. His pace is phenomenal. Very quick now, also on fresh tires, as Mr. Iron Kid comes in now on lap 10. The second guy to make a regular pit stop. As we will see, maybe the undercut of Mr. Bob will work wondrously. Have to watch out at the end of the race though, having all tires there. I here trying to move up a little bit as we ride on board for a little bit. Conserving here a little bit. Yeah, watch out on that curb there. It's very deadly on the track limits. And the grip there gets lower and lower the further you go into the stint. Having a little lock up there maybe on the left front. Saves it though. And trying to get back. Also nice for Mr. Mike, back in the pack again. Up and racing with the people in front. After that crash at the beginning of the race, unfortunate. But trying to get back in his rhythm. Trying to get back to his competitors in front. Has the older tires now. But he does have the ERS. And has had clean air, of course. Then we have Mr. Stewart. Our number 2 driver, or P2 driver, I must say, coming in. Together with the Mr. Brian as well. In P16. And a good stop here. As Mr. Mufasa also comes in. Lap 11 a little bit more busier, but Bob, his strategy has seemed to have worked out perfectly here. 2 lap all the tires though, so definitely have to watch out for that. But now only 10 seconds behind Mr. GH7, which means about 13 to 14 seconds behind Mr. White, which he's going to absolutely make right in the pit stop here. He will have a buffer from himself. Needs to watch his tires till the end of the race though. So there might be some chance of Mr. White coming back here. And also, not to forget, Mr. Stewart. Neil, our championship leader, now in P7. Is lacking a little bit of pace this weekend to fight for the top. But still driving a great race. Now, and indeed, saw Mr. Jack in chat. Thank you very much. Mr. Stewart has gone on a penalty. Before the pit stop he was P2. This can be very consequential for the race. Now Mr. Bob still driving around fast. Really fast. Gained another 2 seconds on Mr. White. Unfortunately, Mr. Jack JM1999, as we know him here in the race, had some rear wing damage. Unfortunate for him. That's why he retired. Let's hope he will be back again next season, of course. Now Mr. White coming out of the pits. And he has lost 2 position here in the pit stop. And Mr. Bob here in front. P1 for him. Very well executed strategy here. Let's see if he can keep it going so far. Mr. Stewart coming back a little bit now. 2 lap fresher tires, so he will have a little bit more pace in them. For now, doesn't need to push them a huge amount though, because the real difference in tire life is going to matter at the end of this stint. The end of this stint is going to be the hardest on the tires. Tires will be gone the most, so you need to watch out the most. And Mr. Stewart with this little bit fresher tires needs to conserve them a little bit now. Make sure he stays in the right window for Mr. Bob, but he can still get there, of course. Mr. White also trying to get back, of course, here to the top 3. I feel a little bit more spread out now. Mr. Cavolis here is still within DRS. Oh, just went out though. It's an Iron Kid on Neil. Still very close. Let's see if everybody has already made their pit stops. It seems so. So we expect no more pit stops here. Maybe from a few people that pitted early. Mr. Mike, for example, Mr. Lange. Mr. Brian already doing 3 stops, unfortunately. We'll see where he ends up today. Now, most people are on the hards, except for Mr. Mike and Mr. Couch. They'll probably have to pit again. Except for Mr. Couch, of course, because he started on the hards. Very early stop, though, for him on the hards. But Mr. LLC here, making an overtake. Very close here between the 3 drivers here. Let's see what happens. Mr. Enschede going for the overtake here on the inside. Still the Red Bull there on the outside, but he makes it stick. Knows he can't find it here that hard. Now I have to watch out for Mr. Mihai, who has had a good race so far. Let's see, he has gone up 5 places. And the big winner here now, definitely Mr. Bob. 3 places up into first place. Ooh, and as LLC here goes a little bit wide, that will cost him a lot of time. Yeah, the dirty air, very, very painful. I have to watch out a lot there. as we go on board with Cavolis, getting closer and closer to Mr. Mufasa. Tire difference shouldn't be that big. And 1 lap compared to 2 lap old hard tires. Oh, and a bad exit from both gentlemen here. Trying to take that little bit of pace out here as we have a new fastest lap from Mr. White at 1:31.2. Quick lap round here for the race. Normal race pace going around 1:33 in the middle and last part of your stint. But the first laps of course being very quick. Now Mr. Cavolo is trying to get closer here. But don't count out Mr. JH7, who has been coming close to these two gentlemen. Definitely here, the battle still going on. Need to watch out here for your front wing. Very close. Ooh, make sure you don't go off. A little bit wide from the Aston Martin there, but they keep it together here to the section. As Mr. LLC gets another 3-second time penalty. Unfortunate for him. Yeah, penalties now for Mr. Stewart. 10 seconds. I missed that penalty there. Probably a pit lane infringement. Probably going a little bit too fast to the box. Very unfortunate for him. Might want to fight that at the end of this race. You never know though. Mr. LC also up to 6 seconds now for his track limits, and the same goes for Mr. Brian. Unfortunate for them, still have to make the best of your race of course, so never give up. But now Mr. Stewart getting very close to Mr. Bob. Within that 1 second, the quicker tires being faster than those of Bob. 2 laps older are those of Mr. Bob. Won't notice that hugely at the moment, a little bit, but at the end of the race it will really matter. With now 10 more laps to go when they cross the finish line this time round. Yeah, still a 3-car battle here for 4th place, as Iron Kid gets his first 3-second penalty for track limits. Unfortunately, won't matter too much in the race as it stands. Mr. Ensley also getting past Mihai DMC somewhere around this lap. Nice for him. Still needs to watch out for that DRS at the end of the lap though. Here's the detection point right there. And of course he's within a second, so Mr. DMC will get a bite of that DRS there. Getting ever closer here to Mr. Ensley. Now we're going to the last DRS section of this track. If you don't count the main straight of course. That is in between the 2 laps. So technically. Now here shaping up for the move. Trying to get a good exit. And choosing the outside here, which will turn into the inside for the second corner of this track. Easily breezing through here with DRS and a little bit of battery usage. Nicely done. And now it's just a little bit of a cat and mouse game. First one goes in front, the second guy goes in front. Just trying to help each other to get to the front here. To catch Mr. Iron Kid here with this time penalty. Now also Mr. White closing up to the top 2 here. Getting ever closer, trying to get back that first place he had throughout the whole first stint. Unfortunately losing that in the pit stop. But of course the race is not over until the checkered flag waves here today. Now I've seen a few groups come together. The top 3 here battling closely. Then number 4, 5, 6 battling as well. A very close battle there. And as we have an attempt from Mr. Stewart for the lead, not getting there. And also here, Mr. Cavolis trying to go for P4. Gets a move done there around the outside. Very well done by him. Mr. Mufasa trying to defend there on the inside, but didn't have much use there without the DRS. Next time around, he'll try to get that back. Oh, Mr. Stewart. After that failed attempt there in turn 1, trying to get back in the saddle. Going offline there a little bit, hurting the tires a little bit, hurting your form. As Mr. Bryan gets another 3-second time penalty, up to 12 seconds now, I think. Not his race weekend today. But of course a great effort from him. Now Mr. Stewart getting within 4/10 as Mr. White also gets into that 1 second gap. That means Mr. Stewart will also be a little bit preoccupied by Mr. White behind. Very close. Has shown he's a very skilled driver around this track. Has led most of the race so far. Whole first stint was his. Unfortunate call with the pit stop, but it seems to be working out for both Stewart and White at the moment. Having those fresher tires, having some fresher rubber here to make make an opportunity. Oh, hitting the wall there a little bit on the inside. Maybe trying to go for the switch rack here. And he does. Good traction around this corner. Not enough though. Very tight here again. Not really a good overtaking opportunity. A very fight here though from the two leaders. Getting very close together. Trying to make a move. Risking it all for the win here. Mr. New, our championship leader. Still in P7. So far so good. Should be, for my calculations for now, be enough for the title. A lot can still happen though in these remaining 8 laps. Now here the battle's still pretty close. Get a little bit of breathing space here. Is Mr. Cavolis still not outside that 1 second gap? Of course you don't want to lose that. But letting the Kaiser tires off a little bit here for Mr. Mufasa maybe. Giving them a little bit of a breather. A little bit more air over them. Has to watch out for Mr. JH7 behind though. Who is also closing up. But Mr. Mufasa here. Seeing an easy prey. No DRS here for Mr. Cavolis. As Mr. White goes past Mr. Stewart there. Already on exit. Very close. And now also trying to go past Mr. Bob. Around the outside here. Very close. Please don't contact. A little bit of contact there. On the side pot of... Oh, as Bob loses it. Goes into the side of White. Very unfortunate there. That has cost him a little bit of damage on his right front wing. The end plate is gone. Now let's hope Mr. White doesn't have a lot of damage on his side pot. No, it doesn't seem to have that. That would be race ending if he did. Now Mr. Bob losing some downforce there. On exit. Spinning into Mr. White. A very unfortunate racing incident. Wouldn't give that a penalty at all. As we have some changes here at the back. Some people pitting. Mr. Enschede. And Mr. LC. Not someone I expected to pit here today. Again. I expected them to go to the end of the race. And maybe some more people thinking of a 2-stop. I wasn't thinking that today, but we'll see. Maybe it's a fast strategy. And now Mr. White outside of that 1 second gap. Very unfortunate for Mr. Bob that he lost the car there a little bit. A very touchy would call the racing incident though. As far as I could see right now. Now not surprising, Mr. Stewart going past. Mr. Bob losing some downforce here. Even pitting, thinking it's that bad. Very unfortunate for him that his race ended up like this. Lot can still happen, but very unfortunate. Now Mr. Mufasa being promoted to that 4th place now has a shot for the podium, same as Mr. GH7. So this battle has gotten even more interesting. Might want to put a little bit more on the line than you would initially think. As we have Mr. Neil very close to Mr. Bob. Of course on the older tires, so probably won't do a lot. Mr. Bob's pace has already been great today. He has shown that. So he'll try to get back up there. Now 6 more laps remaining if you count this one as well. As this battle for third is heating up. Still everybody within 6/10. Trying to follow. As we have Mr. Iron Kid also coming under pressure by Mr. DMC. FCT after making his pit stop, of course. Now on fresh tires. Getting closer to Mr. Curly as well. Who in turn is getting close to Mr. Couch. Who also had that spin today. Going to the wall, losing his front wing as Mr. Enschede is very fast now. New tires, a lot of grip. And trying to go for it here. A very unusual place to overtake. Very close here into the corner. But he seems to make it work a little bit wide. And iffy there on the track limits, but it seems to have worked. No penalty for him there. As we have some battling around here. On the inside. Ooh, almost contact, but they avoid it. And trying to get the better traction here. And very close here to the corner, watch out. Ooh, as they touch, they collide. Very, very tight corner there. Almost is impossible to go through there. As Mr. Iron Kid lets him through. Very nice of him. Mr. DMC was first into the corner. As of the real F1 rules, this should have been his corner. Always hard to judge, but very nice of Mr. Iron Kid to let him by. As Mr. FCT is battling Mr. Couch. Don't know what happened here. Going off a little bit. Having the fresher rubber, of course, so thinking he should get in front very quickly. As we have some action here at the front. Mr. Mufasa getting very close. Having a little bit of a bad exit. This not being his greatest corner on this track, it seems. Exits here are a little bit harder for him. Getting close though here. Mr. Cavolis just having a look. Not close enough for a move though. Needs to hold off a little bit there. Now Mr. White back in that first place position. Very happy there. But we do have to remember Mr. Stewart, a 10-second time penalty. Dropping back to 5th place as of now. Which means that Mr. Cavolis, P2. Not really, not on track. But with the penalties after the race so far, he is. Mr. Mufasa P3 and GH7 P4. You never know what's going to happen at the stewards, of course, after this race. It might get a change of the penalties, of course. As we have FCT again, moving up places. Ooh, having a little bit of damage on the left front of his wing though. Probably picked it up while battling either Mr. Couch or Mr. Curly. Very unfortunate for him. Now it seems that Mr. Bob, still 56 behind Mr. GH7, has had either some problems in the pit or got some new damage here. His front wing again being damaged. Very painful race for him. Being up there in the top 3, still top 6, so still good points. Just very unfortunate. As you have Mr. Mufasa taking a look again here on Mr. Cavolis. Very close here still. Battle still really tight. Very technical section here. Still have to say that the Jellicone circuit is still one of my favorite tracks here on the calendar. It's very, very hard for the drivers to get right. There's always time to find anywhere, and also a lot of overtaking opportunities. It's just all around great fun. As see here now, Mr. Mufasa shaping up for a move here, just trying to follow. There's not really an overtaking opportunity. Did see it work for one person though, but regularly not the best overtaking opportunity. Now still having a look, and now trying to maximize his exit here. Hasn't been the greatest exit for him so far in the race, but today, this time around, he has a good exit. Here with ERS. ERS deployment, completely draining the battery here on the inside, going for the move. And he gets to that apex first. Now try to keep it here, trying to cover up that undercut. Or, as I must say, switchback, not undercut. And he makes it work. A very nice move here from Mr. Mufasa, being patient here throughout the race. Trying to save that DRS, trying to make that move stick, and now almost overtook in a great timing, because now he almost has the DRS of Mr. Stewart in front. Great idea by him. Let's hope he can get that 1/10 closer, because then defending from Mr. Cavolis will be a lot easier with that DRS there. Now trying to save a little bit of battery here, losing out a little bit to Mr. Stewart, unfortunately. And now we also see Mr. Neil coming close to Mansell Bob, trying to get all the points he can to win that championship here today. And don't forget, double points today. Double points. First place walking away with 60 points today. As you see here, Mr. Mufasa almost within that second. Now Main Straight very vulnerable here, having a slipstream. Taking that inside to defend. Trying to defend it. Very nice. Around the outside goes Cavolis. Almost makes it. Great battling here for P3. And now, very dangerous corner. We already saw the contact here. And now we have a little bit more contact here again. Mufasa squeezing Cavolis all the way to the wall there. Cavolis there still had the right to be there. Luckily no damage there. Will probably be looked at by the stewards, of course. Close racing. And elbows out. So far so good. No damage. Seems fair. As we have a caution in sector 2. Mr. Couch seems to have parked it either inside of the wall or next to it. I can't see, unfortunately. Let's follow along. Seems to have parked it against the wall somewhere there. Still here, even for P13, the guys here are still battling. Still trying to get all the positions they can, of course. As we now have Mr. Mufasa also within that DRS of Mr. Stewart, defending from Cavolis here. Now needs to watch his exit again. Needs to see how far he can push it. As we go around the corner for the last time. Mr. White taking the checkered flag. And Mr. Mufasa takes P2 here. With GH7 Racing taking P3. And even Cavolis dropping down to P4. Very unfortunate for him. Still great, absolutely great racing over here. Amazing battle here. As we applaud Mr. White for winning this race, leading the whole of the first stint, having a pit stop, and then losing it to Mr. Bob, crawling his way back and winning with a great lead of around 5 seconds. Mr. Stewart, very unfortunate for him, 10-second penalty. We'll see after the race if the stewards will do anything with that, of course. After that messed up Bob. Drove a great race, just unfortunate with some damage to his front wing. Now we have some more position changes due to penalties. Mr. Neil, so far, probably winning the title this year. This season, has done a great job. This race, not his best race ever, but it has been very competitive. Mr. Jack also asking in chat what the yellow symbol means on the telemetry. It is a little warning sign for the fuel, of course. Red means damn, you either need to start saving fuel now or you're very close to running out at the end of the race. Yellow is just be a little bit careful, you know. You never know what's gonna happen. But this concludes today's race. A very nice podium here. 2 Brits and a Dutchman here. Very nicely done by all the drivers today. We saw a lot of clean, good racing. Saw a few incidents, but you know, that's part of the job. I would say very well done here today. And let's see what the game thinks. Most clean driver, Mr. Neil. I would say so as well. Not a lot of incidents from him. Then Mr. DMC, of course. Most overtakes. I definitely believe that. Made a lot of places here, so during the Grand Prix, very well done by him. And then, of course, our race winner and our fastest lap holder, Mr. White, winning today's Grand Prix, the last Grand Prix of the season. Now here we have the final standings. Mr. White in P1, P2 Mr. Mufasa, P3 GH7 Racing, Mr. Cavallis P4, then P5 Mr. Stewart, Mr. Bob in P6 after his unfortunate damage, then Mr. Neil, our championship leader and probably winner this race, in P7, in P8 Mr. DMC, then 9 Arakit, P10 rounding off with Mr. Ensadé, then LSC, Curly, Maita Mike, Lange and Mr. Couch in that last spot probably. Well, for today, I want to thank you to being here with us this whole stream, this whole season of F125. Our first season in this game. It went very well. We're very happy for this. Next year, we will probably be back. Give us a few months to, or a month, a few weeks to get our season up and running again. And we will see you back then for the new season of our F125. Bye bye.